airport modernization is another item.
It is important.
It is important. The metro airports, at least Bombay and Delhi, already running out of capacity, leading to a fair degree of consternation, at least as far as passengers are concerned. What can we expect? And as far as the Navi Mumbai airport is concerned, 2019 is a date that is not going to be met. So what is the new realistic timeline?
You see, I would put it this way. The traffic in Mumbai, the number of movements, I think they're crossing 52 movements. They're becoming equivalent to Gatwick. You see, Mumbai should have had a new airport 25 years back. It's a premier city in India, and human efficiencies have gone up, so you're able to handle that many movements. So it's a very constrained airport. So it needs another airport. I think Goa is going to, or Mopa is going to beat Mumbai, but that work has already started there. But Mumbai needs it, and so India is losing out. So
2019
they've talked about Navi Mumbai for, I think, a bit too long. I myself have done 2 aerial surveys there. As soon as I came here, I wanted to see Navi Mumbai because it's a premier city of the country. Needs an airport.
So what should we realistically expect? If not 2019, then what is the realistic expectation?
A few months back again I did a survey. In 2 years, from the air, nothing is visible on the ground. So that time there was another government. They had their own dates.
Yeah.
So we
now it's your government. What are your dates?
Requested the government, state government, to please come, do this. And they're giving us some dates. Government of India will work with the state government to achieve whatever they set up.
So what can we realistically expect then? Forget Navi Mumbai for a minute, but what can we realistically expect in terms of the modernization program? What will get done over the next 2 years?
You see, the thing is, that's marshy land, if you're talking only of Navi Mumbai.
No, I'm saying leave Navi Mumbai aside. But outside of that, the 6 other airports that were up for modernization, where work is in different degrees of stages, what should we realistically expect?
You see, this 17,000 crore plan of AAI is for infrastructure strengthening and changing and upgradation. Is okay. There's nothing wrong with that plan. But the way aviation has grown, infrastructure, you will have to throw open a lot more infrastructure to the private sector. If you don't do that, you're getting into trouble. Mopa in Goa is in the private sector. And they've started the work. So we need a few more airports. On the east coast, probably 2 more. On the west coast, probably 2. Then a place like Delhi itself, you will need some firming up. Certain state governments decided on certain airports, then they did a flip-flop on those things. So there's a problem. Aviation is a Government of India subject. Land is a
state subject.
State subject.
Yeah.
And unless you have an airport, it's not going to work. Unless you have land, it's not going to work.
Let me also ask you, sir, since you're talking about Air India and whatever option the government does decide to take forward for Air India, and you talked about infrastructure as being the big priority for your ministry. In that context then, what should we expect, or what should we realistically hope that could happen as far as the Airports Authority of India is concerned?
You see, Airports Authority of India has certain airports which are problematic in the sense they're not designed to take that type of loads that they have. In certain places, they have capacities which have been unutilized for an extremely long time. So what Airports Authority, again, they're also like Patna, how do you develop it? It's got its limitations. Already it's handling, say, almost double of its capacity. So like this you have airports. Then you have an airport like Aurangabad.
Yeah.
Put up, there are hardly any footfalls there. The capacity is not going to be utilized for unless something dramatically changes. So these type of mismatches, they are tremendous. So we would like to have a realistic plan which will help, and we are working on it.
So would it be fair to say, sir, that at least as far as 2017 is concerned, that Air India is going to be the priority as far as your ministry is concerned, whether it's strategic divestment, whether it is part divestment, privatization completely, whatever the case may be, is Air India going to be the #1 priority for your ministry and for your government?
Air India is one aspect. Infrastructure will help all airlines, whether they are public sector or private sector. It will help the country itself. And probably your unutilized potentials can be utilized. Right now, I feel that cargo in India, by and large, nobody has really looked at it. Probably it's not that glamorous. So we are trying to get them to look at cargo, because that's where the money is. The world's largest airline is a cargo airline. An airline like Lufthansa, which started with passengers, has considerable number of cargo freighters now.
Right.
And in India, we have only a country our size and our potential. We have only that blue dot.
Yeah. So what will you do specifically to ensure that we see...
We have taken on a consultant. We are trying to, because this is one place which can contribute to incomes. We need to rise to our potentials. So that's what we are trying to do.
Okay. So let me end then by asking you, how would you assess the 3-year performance of your ministry? We're all looking at what has happened and what continues to be on the unfinished agenda. But how would you assess your own performance over the last 3 years?
It's been interesting. You're the world's fastest growing in terms of passengers, traffic. In fact, in domestic terms, you've landed at the 3rd largest. In international, 4th largest. So certain potentials definitely have been harnessed, and it's interesting. And this growth appears to be having a future, because a lot of airlines are ordering aircrafts and not involving the taxpayers' money there. So, so their judgment.
So will everything, will things for Air India, because you're talking about taxpayers' money, till you arrive at a conclusion on what the future of Air India looks like, will it be pause for now? Because, the plan is also to add international routes and so on and so forth. So what do we expect in the interim?
They have to work. They have to continue to work, and they are working. It's not that everybody should just come to a grinding halt and do nothing. It's not that. They will continue to work, and let's see what happens.
Well, Mr. Raju, it's always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you very much for your time today, and here's wishing you the very best of luck for 2017 and the year ahead. Thanks very much for joining us on CNBC TV 18.
Thank you.
With that, it is time for us to wrap up the CNBC TV 18 special. From all of us here, goodbye, and many thanks for watching.